Hi, this is Dawn at Dawn's Astrological Vision. Stand by for Aquarius January 2015 forecast. Hi Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Happy New Year. The month starts off with the Sun transit in your 12th house. The Sun's annual transit through the 12th house is a time for assessing all that has occurred in the course of the previous year. You will notice that you will frequently be made aware of the longer-term consequences of the things said and done, and with the advantage of hindsight, they may no longer appear as desirable, practicable, or appropriate as first thought to be. There can be a need for quiet and a space for reflection and a tendency to withdraw from others at this time. This period of reassessment and review makes room for new beginnings when the Sun passes into the first house. This occurs after the 21st. The Sun moves into the first house, and the Sun illuminates your first house for the next few weeks, bringing issues surrounding your personal identity, appearance, outward behavior, and self-expression to the forefront. This marks the height of your physical solar year, and you are in the position to make an impression on others and to assert your personal influence beyond its normal boundaries. Increased energy and a renewed feeling of confidence is with you now, so take advantage. Mercury and Venus are both in your 12th house until around the 4th. You come up with your best ideas when you're alone, and this will be an excellent time to do any needed research. After the 4th, both Mercury and Venus move into your first house. You will have a strong urge to get out and travel during this time. You could encounter profitable and interesting experiences in your travels. Mercury retrogrades on the 21st in your first house and will go direct on February 11th, 2015. How you approach the world may need to be rethought. Consider a change of image due to research, but perhaps wait until the retrograde is over before booking a drastic haircut. Take a long look in the mirror. The most important thing is whether you are happy with what you see. You may find yourself tripping over words or unable to express yourself in a way you would like. You worry about how you are coming across to others. There's a growing sense that you would like to express a part of yourself that perhaps you haven't allowed to come out before. You may feel like the way others perceive you doesn't reflect who you are on the inside. Mercury retrograde in this house can help bring the inside and outside together, restoring confidence. The full moon is in the sign of Cancer on the 4th in your 6th house. The 6th house rules your health, so over the next couple of days you could be more focused on your well-being, be it physical fitness or mental stability. Be careful not to obsess about being healthy. Mars will continue to transit your first house until the 12th. Your physical energy should have been quite high for the last few weeks and continues until the 12th. This should be a period of upbeat, independent activity when you can work out a lot of problems and accomplish a great deal. Mars moves into your 2nd house after the 12th, and you have an aggressive approach to making money. You equate strength and power with money and possessions during this time. You have more energy at your disposal to make money, but also to defend your values. This can be a very resourceful time when you make the most of what you have. You have much energy for new money-making projects or for stepping up existing ones. If conflicts occur during this transit, they are likely to be over issues of ownership. This is a time when impulse buying is at a peak. You probably should avoid using credit right now simply because your spending habits may be excessive and impulsive. Jupiter is still in the sign of Leo, Aquarius, your 7th house. This transit will continue into August 11, 2015. During this period, your intimate one-to-one encounters with other people can be aspects of yourself and the world around you. You will encounter people who can help you out in various ways. This is also a good time to call in a professional for any kind of assistance, especially a lawyer, but also a doctor or other consultant. This transit could indicate a partnership or a close relationship with a foreigner. Jupiter will be retrograde until April 8th, 2015. During this Jupiter retrograde in your 7th house of relationship, partnerships, and open enemies. You could possibly connect with someone from your past, an old flame, or someone you have history with, even if it was not in the biblical sense. You may also work towards resolving old rifts and renewing past connections. Saturn has moved out of Scorpio with one more brief encounter between June to September 2015. Saturn will be in your 11th house in the sign of Sagittarius and can be used to get rid of things we think we need but really don't. Friends who really aren't friends will tend to show their true colors now. Let them go. Good friends can also go out of your life at this time. Saturn rules the end of cycles. As far as the friends who remain, you may be too busy to spend time with them, or they may be too busy. On the other hand, they may have extra problems and ask you for help. The same is true for your hopes and wishes. Some of those may be obsolete and need to be changed. Pluto is in your 12th house, Aquarius, and has been since 2008 and will remain until 2023. Pluto in the 12th house in many ways prepares you for the next transit in your 1st house. It clears away old and hidden psychic garbage, which must happen prior to a complete rebuilding of the self. This transit activates the hidden side of your nature and makes you understand and control it, but it also activates the hidden side of external elements of your life that you have not faced in the past. There may be relationships that have failed or actions and behavior that you are aware of but do not wish to discuss even with yourself. The consequences of these actions may come back to haunt you now. You should face up to them honestly and acknowledge them, for only then will they cease to run your life. You may have alienated someone quite unconsciously and even quite blamelessly, who may try to work against you. The new moon is on the 19th in your sign, Aquarius, the 1st house, and that's the house of self. So a new moon here is a great time to make a new you. Get a haircut, manicure, or a new outfit. Just remember, Mercury is retrograde in your 1st house also, and you may want to hold off on any major reinventions of the outer self. This is a time of increased stamina, confidence, and overall approach to life. Doing an internal overhaul is good now as well. How you come across and how you express yourself may be things you focus on changing to better reflect the inner you, especially if you're someone who tends to hide who you are with others. Along with increased energy, which is good because you're likely to be quite busy, you may be more eager about life, especially trying new things. You want to meet new people, have new experiences, and be more courageous and daring. Consequently, it's a good time to try something that you've been a little gun-shy about in the past. Thank you for listening, Aquarius. Thank you for your subscriptions. I hope you continue to listen to Dawn at Dawn's Astrological Vision. Enjoy your month and have a happy new year.